first videos I ever uploaded on this channel was in 2011. How are we all doing? I'm just gonna clip my hair a little bit out my face. Today I'm in a super chatty mood. It is probably the coffee, I'll be honest with you. But let's have a little walk down memory lane. I feel like as humans, we get so caught up on focusing on the next thing, the next project, the next goal, that we forget to look back at that whole journey that we've gone through and where we are today and appreciate where we are today, you know. You guys know, if you've been long-term subscribers, I have opened up about many things on here. You know, I have shared my endometriosis journey, you know, to getting diagnosed with that, which was a very emotional time for me. When I first started YouTube, it was something that I would have to do like here and there. I couldn't upload as much as I wanted to start off with because we never had internet at my house. We couldn't afford internet. So what I would do is on the weekends, I would pack up my stuff and then I would go to my boyfriend's house. Whilst I was there, I would use his computer and I would upload my YouTube videos. I'll be honest, even sometimes going to my boyfriend's was a struggle because of bus fare. I remember when I'd done these videos, I would save up for so long just to buy certain makeup items. And I'd always try to use a mixture in my videos, but using affordable products was always something I had to do because I couldn't afford to constantly buy high-end stuff. And I remember how long it would take me just to save up to buy like one product. And there were times that I did think to myself, like, should I keep doing this? Because there are people who can afford more products than me, and there's people who have better camera, better lighting. One of the first videos uploaded on this channel was in 2011. We're in 2023 now. I have been making videos for all those years non-stop. It's very rare that I have taken a break within that time, which just shows how much I love doing this. But I've touched on this before in other videos where I would go to events and then a lot of the influencers at the event would be like, oh, should we all just go to get something to eat after this? And everyone's like, yeah, good idea. And at the time, I just remember having to make up an excuse that, oh, I can't go because I've got work the next day. But really, I didn't have work the next day. I just couldn't afford to go and eat with them. Just gonna smoke that out, by the way. I hope you've got your snacks and your coffee with you because it's definitely gonna be a very chatty video. I want to add a bit more of a rich brown on top of that as well. And genuinely, there were times that I really did doubt where I belonged and if I belonged in this environment and if I was worthy enough essentially to be in this environment. Hand on my heart when I say this, YouTube has genuinely changed my life. It was really weird at times because I'd go to an event and I would feel super like special in a way, like, wow, I can't believe I'm here, like, what am I doing here, you know? And then I would kind of go back home to reality where we would struggle quite a lot. And I know there are many people who can relate to this, and you might have felt like this in the past or you might feel like this now, you know, where you're kind of questioning your worthiness to be somewhere. And it's quite sad when I think about it because no one should really ever question their self-worth and belonging in that way. When I'd watch other YouTubers in the past and I'd look at all their houses and the life that they live and I just couldn't relate to it, you know, I couldn't. I'm going to use these lashes here. I've trimmed them already and I have worn them. When I got accepted onto the YouTube partner program back in the day, that basically meant that you could earn money off of people like watching your videos. So it doesn't work on views, it's like done by the adverts. Anyway, when I got this, I was like, oh my gosh, I am able to earn money from creating content. I was like, what the hell? I was like, this is crazy. At these times, I was in college. I was working part-time and I was also creating YouTube at the weekends. Sometimes I look back and I think, where did she get her energy from? Because I don't have that now. Like, wow, the energy I had was crazy. It took me a very long time to invest into my equipment, and I'll never forget when my boyfriend bought me my first camera. The fact that he believed in me when I was kind of struggling to believe in myself really kind of warms my heart and makes me feel a bit emotional, if I'm honest. And during these times, I was saving up to buy a MacBook, and they are not cheap. you know, they really are not. Over time, I saved up my money from AdSense, which I had got from YouTube, and I added it with some of my earnings to combine it to go and buy myself a MacBook. When I tell you on this day that I had spent this amount of money on a laptop, I was shaking in my boots. I was like, oh my god, this money could go on this money can go on that, and here you are putting it on a laptop. But then on the other side, I was also really proud that my hobby, my interest from creating content had also allowed me to add this money towards getting something like this. Something I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna ever afford my own one of those, you know? The amount of pride that I had when I bought that, it sounds so small to so many people. To be able to buy something that nice for myself was crazy. Sometimes it makes me a little bit emotional. Oh, here we go. You just done your eye makeup. There were so many different hardships along the way. Like, it was never a smooth journey. But there was like a turning point where this hobby started to change my life. Sorry, I need a second. Sometimes when I think back and look back, I get a bit emotional because I think of the young girl, like I said, who could barely afford like bus fare. And now, you know, I look at all the different things that we've accomplished, and I say we because you guys are my friends, you're my teammates. Because I haven't reflected on my journey in a very long time, it just kind of brings back some emotions a little bit. I sit here now so thankful that I didn't stop. I'd be invited to events and I'd have to turn them down because I could not afford the travel. I couldn't afford the train fare. I couldn't afford to travel to the event. It used to upset me because I used to think to myself, I'm missing out on opportunities that I have no control over just because of my situation. Over time, my audience started to grow, and then brands started to recognize me, and I started to get jobs. And this took a lot of time to get used to because I had to kind of grow and learn and get my own voice in a way during these experiences. And trust me, there was many experiences along the way, because when I first started YouTube, there wasn't as much as an online presence as what there is now. So it is very new for also brands to be working with people like myself. Brands would see my YouTube videos and they would reach out to me and be like, we've got this product, we'd love to work with you on this, is this of any interest for you, blah blah blah. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this brand wants to work with me. Yes please, let's make this happen. During all of this, it was super still new to me, and I hadn't gone into this content creation world to make money from it. I come in it to give me an escape from reality because it was something I really enjoyed doing. I just loved creating. I didn't think I'd be able to make money from this, but essentially my YouTube videos become my online portfolio. So brands would come on here and not only see the makeup skills and the way I'm applying my makeup, but me as a person, the way I'm presenting myself on camera, my editing skills, like all of these things, and how I would put a whole video together in my own style, because everyone has their own style when they create their content, and it become like my online portfolio. I was also able to add money that I got from brand deals to my AdSense to put towards makeup courses, which then meant I got to level up my skills. And by doing those makeup courses, I was able to up my level and knowledge on makeup, which meant I was then able to create better content for you guys. Not to get like all soppy on you or anything. Not that I didn't just like 2 minutes ago. When I would upload those videos and I would see all those comments from people who have just enjoyed this content that I created, some of the comments would be like, look, I've had a really stressful day, I've had a really stressful week, and I'm just unwinding right now, and your video has really helped distract me, so thank you so much for that. Or your video has given me the confidence to try out a makeup look I would never normally wear. When you'd get comments like that, it really also encouraged my purpose on here. I'm gonna set my underwear in place right now. Years ago I did a meet and greet, and when I tell you, I was so nervous, and I thought to myself, no one's gonna come, like no one's gonna turn up. And I was shaking, like walking to that store, I was absolutely shaking. And then I just saw this queue of people and I could have cried. I literally could have cried my eyes out just looking at all those people, but the adrenaline was pumping through my body, which normally happens. And I normally get, instead of crying, I normally get like really hyper and really excited, and then I cannot shut up and I feel like I'm just like bouncing off the walls. I even got given like my first ever gift, and this was insane to me that someone had actually made me this. These are just a few things that I would never ever take for granted. I don't think you guys realize how important you have been in a part of my journey, not just on YouTube but within myself. When there were times that I was doubting my content and doubting myself, or I needed to take time off to, you know, whether that was to grieve because I lost someone, you guys were always there. You've always been there, just like, take your time, we'll be here. I don't think you realize how much of a support blanket and a great community you have been to me. The things that I've mentioned today are just minor things in this whole journey. They are not everything. They are just little snippets of this journey. For me as well though, I feel like YouTube will always be my like home in a way, because YouTube was the first platform that I ever uploaded on. The platform that genuinely changed my life and allowed me to connect with so many people across the world. From having braces, living at home, to moving out with my partner. And I've shared these moments with you guys. And I love the fact that now I can also send, you know, little gift packages and makeup packages to some of my subscribers, which I have done for many years now, like literally so many years. And it makes me really happy that I'm in a place that I can do that, because I know how expensive these things are and how expensive products can be. But often we get so focused on our next big thing, what's next, that we forget to appreciate this present moment and how far we've come. I look back and I'm just super thankful that I didn't stop creating YouTube content and that I'm here now. I have incredible people like you enjoying my content and supporting me, and I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully you've been able to take something from this in the sense of not stopping yourself and not allowing that little voice to hold you back. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of my online family. I appreciate you so much, and yeah, I just hope you enjoyed this little get rid of me. Kind of feeling a bit more autumny vibes, hence why I've gone with this sort of like dark brown smoky eye, and I'm just loving a glossy lip right now. It is all I seem to be wearing. I'm gonna love and leave you now, but I hope you all have a brilliant week. Sending you all nothing but love and good vibes to every single one of you, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye.